So Mel just kind of foisted this on me, just kind of super suddenly, and I just kind of had the itch to do it.
Ray opened Alpha Gaiden and I knew it was time to strike.
An Alpha strike.
Look, he opened it and he posted that screenshot and I was like, now is my time. I must make great haste.
Do this. I'm gonna set this up nicely. Oh boy, here we go again. It's another spur of the moment playthrough. Hail friends, I'm Ray, and this is Super Robot Wars Alpha Gaiden, the midpool to the legendary Super Robot Wars Alpha, and then Alpha 2 after that on PS2.
Super Robot Wars Alpha.
Holy shit, I fucking love Steel Messiah so much.
Oh, it's so good.
I love Steel Messiah so much. It's my favorite Jam Project theme.
It's so good. It's so good. That's not fair. It's so good. God.
Alright, let's preamble. So, Super Robot Wars Alpha was a big deal for the series in general. There was a lot of firsts in it. It was a big game with big names, big times, semi-big animation, semi-big budget. It was a long, good run and had nice original overarching plot intertwined with so many of the games. There was 67 maps long, but it was good times. There was a lot of meat into it.
And then big breast fire.
A year later, here comes Alpha Gaiden, a nice little mid-cool setting up into the events of Alpha 2, with basically doing cleanup for like the first 20% of Alpha's plot that was left over, before taking an entire 360 turn into the stratosphere for an entirely different set of plots and introducing some new friends. And there's a lot to like in Alpha Gaiden, so much so that Mel and I are very intimate with this.
I'm not. I'm here to provide the blind reactions.
As one does with Chris. I played this back when I was first doing when I attempted to go for college, and when I dropped out, I was like, I still had this to play. It was fun. But it was during that here that both Mel and I really were like, yeah, you know, Mel, Super Robot Wars is a good game series.
Yes, it fucking is. Oh my god, I have so many feelings about this game. This game got me through high school. I'm not even kidding. I had a PSP back in when PSP hacking was super cool and super hard to do. Like, you had to cut open the battery and snip a wire line to install the program and then pencil line the fucking line back in. And after all that nonsense, I learned how to put a PS1 ISO onto your hacked PSP with custom firmware. Thank you, Matt. And this game got me through high school. I played it every day on the bus, home from school. I played it during the break. I played it at home. It's so good.
Sorry, I love this guy.
I love writing. It's so classic. God, there's so many good series in this game that make sense. There's so many that don't. It's this weird love child that just... It kind of came out of nowhere. Like, Alpha happened, and Alpha made sense. Alpha had all the UC shit in it, and standard Super Robot Wars nonsense. And then we have Zabungle?
And then we have Zabungle. But what you want to do? Zabungle is a boy.
What?
I love him.
Jiron is a wonderful character, and this entire series was just like, when we played this game, we were like, what is this?
Oh yeah,
what is Zabungle?
Alpha Gaiden came out in 2001. It was really late for a PS1 release. Like Alpha, like Impact was just hovering right around the corner, like, come in, I'm coming in, I'm coming in.
It talks about Zabungle, fucking a lot of side Macross stuff that I never would have seen, like fucking Macross Plus and Isamu and Gold. Turn A Gundam?
Turn A Gundam. Also,
This was a very nice first experience.
I say
Turn A Gundam.
Impact
Oh,
was
boy.
coming in, but Impact uses this game's engine, so.
And I will never forget the legend of Gim Ginganam.
Turn A Gundam and all of its idiosyncrasies that came with it, including the fucking Turn A itself.
Including Laura Rolla. We're not gonna get mad with And I don't play old SRT games because they don't have good animations. I play this one. There are so many just full of frames animations in this game that Alpha didn't have.
Yeah, this Alpha Gaiden was when Bam Presto's budget was, oh, we have one of those now. We may as well use it for a couple of the robot series we got. Sure, why not?
And a lot of the generic standard robots are like, whatever, it's still the standard moves.
Jesus,
back
you're all right there.
How did you take so much damage?
I believe that game.
But some of them are just so beautiful. And even some of the old machines, like the Mazinkaiser, got an entirely new animation for Fire Blaster in this game. So good. Alpha Gaiden pretty much started the era of Van Presto needs their games to look pretty. You're playing an anime. Every game since this game has had beautiful animations.
It was the end of the classic era once Alpha was on the scene, and Alpha Gaiden just put the road markers in for the modern era. Mel, please tell me you have a secret page open for the as well as the SR points.
Oh, I can get it.
Because I'm gonna need to have them on hand. Sorry, Jay, no God Mars yet. That's until Z, which is after Alpha concludes the entire Alpha series.
Dan Cougar. Damn, that's a cougar.
Let me tell you something, chat. I did not enjoy Dan Cougar when I played this game. It took me a long time to actually look at this robot and go, yeah, that's cool.
That was a really basic animation. I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, it's just a sword, dude.
Yeah, what the
I
heck?
wait until Dan Kuho for fancy animations. I get this.
Hey, it's the
Gaiden here on
Victory
Akarasu. So Jay, remember when I said that I would put some Gundam shows under the depression tag, Beyond Tragedy? Yeah, that's Victory Gundam.
The misery of Victory Gundam.
Let's see, flowchart. Does Akarasu have a finished flowchart? They do. God bless you, Akarasu. Let me tell you what, chat, when we first played this game, Akarasu did not have a finished flowchart for Alpha Gaiden. Do you know what I had to use to get all the SR points in this game? A half-broken English game facts guide that I printed out. That I printed out!
I didn't print mine out, I just have mine copied.
Paper, 30 fucking pages of paper, and carried with me everywhere I went so I wouldn't miss anything.
I was playing this on a laptop, so I just had my copy wherever I went.
Best Gundam subpilot or turning route? We're going for best Gundam subpilot. I almost made Ray go for turn A route, but I conceded for some other things. We can't give up the G-bits. They're so cool, and Garrett Rand is one of our favorite characters.
You're not gonna do my boy dirty like that. I won't let you. Sasuruka.
He won't let me. So what I was going to do is I was going to make Ray use Gavin in the Borsian on custom. That's canceled. I have picked 2.5. Let's say half units for Ray to use. Yeah, we already have a nice sturdy lineup already set up for this game. And I'm quite eager to look forward to try it out. So let's do it. The memes are quality. One of them is a meme.
One of them is a meme. Most of them are quality. Your mileage may vary on some of them.
This is a new game plus, Ray?
No, this is a new game run. I don't have a I don't have a save file with a new file. In fact, I don't have my old file anymore. New Western calendar, year 187, December. It has been several months since the finale of what would later be referred to as the Balmar War.
Something.
The shockwave generated by an ultra-gravitational collapse during the Balmar War's final battle would reach the Earth in 6 months' time, doing massive damage to both the colonies and the Earth's surface.
Rip.
However, this information was suppressed by the Titans, who dissolved the SDF and Londobel forces, and ensured that most people would never find out the truth.
Curse the Patriots!
Pretty much, actually. Fuck Jared.
Fuck Jared. Episode 1, War Again.
Again?
As far as meme units go, Ron actually put in for a pretty good meme unit. I put in for 1, but everything else is pretty much solid units that we like that are okay or good otherwise. Oh, God.
So long story short, after the aftermath of Alpha 1, which led into the entire void of space, because as you do Super Robot Wars, it created a giant shockwave that is going to destroy the Earth in 6 months, but there's going to be plans to stop it via the moon with Project Aegis, and they're going to try and erect a giant barrier with
using the generators of all the robots on Earth.
Yeah, via the moon cradle that's on the moon, and hopefully that'll suppress the shockwave, leaving
what
the
the Titans
moon
are trying to do, assholes they are, is that they want everyone to fork over their robots so they can do it because we have to. We're the Titans.
Yeah, a lot of the times when we had a lot of scrimmage matches during Alpha 1, and Alpha 1's a big game, so there were a lot of those to go around. Now here is just the leftovers of the Titans, which most of them meet their end near the climax of Act 1.
Yeah.
Mankind received a grim reminder. They lived in fear of the Titans.
God damn it. So here you have their first assault on Sao Tome Labs for Getta Robo.
And sure enough...
Getta Robo? But I don't even know a Robo.
For those of you who don't know Getta Robo, it's one of the very old classic Super Robot series from way back in the day. I'm gonna say Go Nagai made it, and I might be wrong. It was Go Nagai, right? He did
Yes.
the Zinger and Getta Robo? Okay.
Yes, it was Go Nagai.
But a transforming robot that is made up of 3 smaller machines and piloted by 3 people. It's grown a lot over the years, going from Getta Robo to Getta Robo G to Getta Dragon, and finally Shin Getta Robo and Shin Getta Robo Armageddon. It's very hot-blooded, screaming, makes your robot stronger. But it's also a lot of fun. So, yeah, it's also a near 100% staple for every Super Robot Wars game. I think only W and some of the portable games didn't have
Getter.
Yeah, J and W don't have it.
They didn't have UC any UC Gundams either, substituting for C instead.
W has Shin Getter? Does it? I thought it didn't. I'm a fool.
No, well, W has Shin Getter, yeah.
Okay. I'm a fool then.
From what I've gathered, from what I've read so far, what they are saying, this is basically the plot of Final Fantasy VII. No, we can't let Shinra stop the shockwave. We gotta do it ourselves. Fuck them.
Except in this case, if we are Shinra, we're the good guys.
Yes, but they're the Shinra. I declare. Because they're the bad guys.
Yeah, we saved right away.
Oh yeah, so we'll be making copious use of battle saves early on. Alpha Gaiden is
so many.
I wouldn't be upset if you used save states, right?
I'm probably gonna.
Okay, so Alpha Gaiden is very mean early on.
All right, we win by defending the Sarutobi labs, and we're at the enemy. We lose if any enemy invades the lab, and then any allies are destroyed. There's an SR point system in this game.
Yes, there's an SR point system. If you've seen other streams of Super Robo Wars games from us, you'll know that most games have a battle mastery or SR point system, where if you complete an extra objective, you get a bonus. And you typically need a certain number of these bonuses to get the true ending.
Unfortunately, Alpha Gaiden does not tell you what they are.
There is nowhere in-game that tells you what to do. So we have a lovely list. Scenario 1 is kill all enemies.
Let's do it. Out of the gate, we have Ryoma and Dragon, which is a plane.
Yeah, these are the parts that make Getta Robo Dragon, or Getta Dragon.
Benkei and the Poseidon, which is a plane. And Musashi and Getter 1, which is not a plane.
Getter 1 is the OG Getter.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
It just better respect the OG. It's as OG as it gets. It's got lasers, the Getter Tomahawk, Getter Beam, which costs a nice 30 energy. I mean, you only got 3 shots off of it, but it's nice for it. It's also 1 in 3 range. Man, Mel, imagine Getter Beam being anything other than 1 range.
It's 1 to 5 in V.
I'm mainly talking about Alpha A Portable.
Oh,
where it's
imagine.
Where it's only
Also,
just
welcome
1.
to the game where machines have like 9 moves. You know how in X and T there's a lot of 2 to 3 move machines? No!
Nah.
Not anymore! No.
Is that good?
Yes and no. A lot of moves are
Okay.
completely useless. Especially on the bigger machines, you'll see like on Combat V it has like 10 moves, and like 4 of them you'll never use.
Actually,
Because
Combat the big thing is like 3 pages worth of moves.
You'll never use half of them because they're either weaker than the best move that costs like nothing, or they're just bad.
Or they're just
But they're
bad.
just there for flavor.
The 3 is pretty much Alpha lacerated itself in flavor. There was so much of it.
Also, we can't skip animations.
Yeah.
Alpha Gaiden and Alpha 2 actually have that one problem in that once an animation starts, you can't skip it. I didn't put that in until Alpha 3?
Yes.
Well, and the
Alpha
Game Boy
3.
games.
Yeah.
1 missile from a shitty plane?
Surprise, right? There is no evasion decay in this, Asin. Evasion is as evasion does. It's final.
Evasion Decay was not introduced until A Portable. It's not a good mechanic.
I'm going to sacrifice myself.
Yes, that's what he's saying.
No, you can't do that. What will happen to your robot? Oh, and you.
Realm was like, this is kind of a good idea.
This is
Shit!
kind of a good idea, but leaving you behind though.
Just throw that. They're perfectly lined up. Throw that boomerang through all 3 of them.
Yeah, what they did to combine a lot of moves.
Also, there were a lot of choices in Alpha 1 that affected the game in some ways, mainly for maps each, and they just do some things. Some of them also affected how you got SR points in that game. Some of them by a lot.
You raised hand to defend the lab.
This game doesn't really do that. They're just like dispersed here and there. We want
Well,
to
they
stay
do
in the front.
matter.
They do matter, but
If you do choose to go to DC, they will leave.
yeah, but yes, you want to stay because we want that SR point, and the more heads we have, the better.
And yeah, in future games, to shrink weapon lists and still keep the lore, I suppose, of machines, they just used combination moves where they would throw in the separate attacks and end with the big one. You see that a lot for the Zambot, Daitarn, and Combat units in future games. Especially Zambot.
Especially Zambot.
Alright, I have 2 questions.
Okay.
SR points. Is
Yes.
it super robot points?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
That's what it means.
I'd expect nothing less. It was year 187.
Yes.
Why reset the calendar? Or what is year 0?
I don't know.
Not a lore detail they got into.
Alpha is completely in Japanese still because the translation bash is far from finished, so I have no fucking clue.
Oh, well, there you go. That's what I get for wanting lore, I guess.
Imagine Zenki is in chat and he probably knows, so he can tell you.
Please.
He seems very
Fill
up and
my
up on the
heart
lore.
with knowledge.
If I'm putting him on the spot and he can't, I'm sorry. I literally just don't know the complete lore of the Alpha series, only this game.
The discovery of a robot.
The discovery of a robot.
Also, these are not just dinky planes, Kristian. These are fucking getter machines.
Yeah, respect
What's the question?
Respect the nomenclature.
This game takes place in year 187 of the Alpha timeline. Kristian was wondering what year 0 is and when the calendar restarted. Because I don't know the full Alpha timeline. I know this game and most of Alpha 3. And most of Alpha 3 is because of Ray.
Let's have a getter beam. Also, Ryoma got crit. He does crits. He's doing crits. Crits are very important in Alpha and Alpha Gaiden. They do 50% more damage instead of the usual 20.
They're so strong. They don't stack with Valor though, as per usual.
Yeah.
Does just use UC years? That wouldn't make any sense though. Because that would mean that Amuro is fucking like 90. But he's not in this game. He's not. He's Zeta Gundam age. So actually, he did like 100 in time travel magic. Sure, I'll buy it. I don't know what the year is. It's not super important.
It is to me.
All you need to know is that the... No. I said 187, not just 87. If it was just 87, that would make perfect sense. Then Amuro would be 23, and that would be Zeta timeline.
Yeah. Again.
All you need to know is that there was a war with an alien race called the Balmarians. We won. Unfortunately, the end result of that has caused a shockwave that is going to destroy the planet, and we gotta fix that.
We won, unfortunately.
Bit of a Pyrrhic victory, you know? Also, chat, I'm sorry if I sound like shit. I've been sick for the past week and a half. We're almost through. I'll try my best.
I threw up the other day.
Nice, me too.
My nose was a little stuffy.
I'm sending a fist bump through the internet.
Nice. I don't sound that bad? Okay, that's good. Also, we can't skip animation, so once Ray's gone through them, we'll probably just start turning them off for some chapters.
Yeah.
Except for like boss fights and stuff.
Yeah.
I really love this move though.
Just whips the Gatling missile launcher.
This pulls a Gatling launcher out of nowhere. It's wonderful. So good.
Nice level up.
Levels are so extravagant in this game. They cut the music, everything slows down, there's a pause. Bum ba da bum ba da bum! And then the music plays again. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
God. Oh, okay. Okay.
Like, let them come out.
Can you hit him from there, Ray? I think you can.
I could. Actually, what? Spirit. Oh, yeah, Guts and Spirit.
No. Like, stay still. You can hit him.
Yeah.
Might as well. Ray versus controls. The game is
There we go.
not the smoothest. Okay, so there you go, Kristian. Zenki does have the lore. Year 001 of the Alpha timeline is when they established the Earth Federal Government, which, as it turns out, was the faraway year of AD 2015. So, 2015 plus 186.
Okay.
Get my calculator out. It's year 2201, baby.
You heard it here first.
How accurate are enemies in general? Not very. These guys are just getting hit because, well, Musashi's a slow pilot in a super robot.
Yeah, the Getta one has like no mobility. It's like 65. That's poor.
The only reason Ryoma and Benkei have any mobility at all is because they're size S.
Yeah, and their mobility is 125 each.
Yeah. Bit clunky? It is a bit clunky. It's a PS1 game. PS1 turn-based strategy game. They were not the smoothest. Ah, here we go. Here's Zeta. I hate this theme.
I like it.
Put that out there.
I like it in VTX.
I hate Fleet Battle. So tired of Fleet Battle. I want Tokyo Koete so badly. Is that Victory? Yes, it is.
Preventers.
Victory is,
Oh.
Victory is
Jared
surprising.
sees Raibaru!
Raibaru spotted! Victory is not in a lot of
Activated.
games. It's very weird. It has a ton of robots, and Super Robo Wars tends to fix plots. So V's normal depression tag jankery wouldn't come through. But it just doesn't happen. It's odd. But it's in this game. It has some good units. The V2 Gundam is really good. And this thing that showed up with Zeta Gundam and the V2 is absolutely lovely.
Zeta is alright, starting out in Alpha Gaiden, and it goes through quite a bit of a substantial thing over the course of the game, especially you do some events where it unlocks some cool stuff and it gets some fairly meaty stat bonus, but that's way later in the game. But until now, it's just your standard Gundam. It does Gundam things. Camille does Gundam things. It's
Man,
alright.
new type level 1, they nerfed him.
Gotta let you in nice and slow. Nice and slow. This thing is speeding air. Fuck. At least this doesn't.
That's not until Z, Ray.
I know.
Won't suffer the beam rifles until Z.
So yeah, you do that. Camille cut him off with the pass.
Show us our good old V Gundam.
So here's the V-Dash Gundam that Uso was riding.
The V-Dash Gundam was part of a series of mass-produced Gundams in the Victory Gundam series. They are multi-part compatible, meaning that they can take off sections and combine them with other V Gundam lines.
Or to the point, Uso can detach his lower half and throw it at an enemy with the bottom attack.
Yep. Is Victory Gundam that depressing? Everyone dies. Yes.
Or
yes, it is.
V Gundam has a lot of attacks, especially once you get the upgraded version, the V2 Gundam, which I used quite a lot because it was pretty much a do anything Gundam.
It's a neat little thing.
I don't like Uso, but he does one thing that I do like, and that's Haro, which is a second spirit list, and I'm like, oh, I need that in Alpha Gaiden.
Alpha Gaiden is notorious for being incredibly difficult, but also notorious for having several machines with several pilots. And yes, not everyone dies in Victory Gundam, but it was during Tomino's Kill 'Em All era.
And here's the White Arc.
The White Arc.
White Arc's nice. Has a replenish device and a repair device, store the HP and energy on decent units. Not the best otherwise stat-wise, but it gets the job done.
It's an air, nice name.
Beam air. That's Marbit's fault. Because there's an A in there normally.
Fucking Marbit, get out of here.
You can have it do decent damage if you wanted to, but otherwise you use it to heal and resupply dudes. And
can you replace him?
Yes, the White Arc can be
Then yeah, the White Arc is actually rather useful, just because of its sheer bulk. It's 1,000 armor, which, as you've seen so far, is on par with the Getta Robo.
Yeah.
And
ooh,
it's got a lot of range to it, so it's a fairly powerful support unit that can repair and replenish. It's very good.
I appreciate. Oh wait, no. Oh god damn it! I was. I didn't realize that the minus number was all the damage dealt. I thought that it started as a positive number and then became negative as it went into overkill. I was like, oh, I get to see how much I deal for overkill damage. No.
No, not in this game, unfortunately. They only start doing that in like Impact onward, I think.
Well, you get to see during battle, but not during map. No.
Yeah, on maps, map animations.
I like Twitch's new layout. Honestly.
Yeah, so do I. It's like
it's sleek. It's simple.
Yeah.
It looks good.
I'm darker.
Whatever. Jared's fucking boyfriend, Kakarkon.
Where's the lie?
Kakarkon went out like a bitch. Who was that guy in the Zaku in Mobile Suit Gundam that tried to fight Amuro going into orbit and blew up? Was that Slender?
Name's on the tip of my tongue. Fuck.
And then Char was like, I'm sorry, you were too late. I'll make sure your death isn't in vain.
I really am trying to remember his name, but I can't. Fuck.
Someone in the chat will tell me. But that's basically how Kakarkon goes out. He tries to fight fucking Camille while descending into orbit. And he pops his descent balloon that they have in Zeta so that the machines don't burn up. And Camille is underneath him. Camille's like, hey, fuck you, buddy! And he just fucking shoots it.
As he should.
And his balloon goes pop, and his machine burns up, and Jared's like, Capricorn!
Nerd.
He's like, Camille, I'll get you. Come here!
You were my favorite Capricorn.
His name is Capricorn.
Yes, I'm making.
Kristian's Capricorn.
Yes, I'm making a horoscope. You know, zodiac sign.
Gusto's okay, I guess. Like, I can't get too mad at him, because it's not his fault that he's fucked up in victory.
Yeah.
Well, they don't suck his dick like they sucked you Dao's.
Nice.
But he's not my favorite Gundam pilot now.
Oh yeah, Zeta can go wherever it wants and go zoom if it wants to. That's cool.
Yeah, and it still gets the high mega launcher.
Worth.
Yeah, go ahead. And yes, for being as depressing a show as it is, Victory has some of the happiest opening themes. Delta Kai? This game came out in 2001, buddy. Delta Kai didn't exist.
Look at this thing.
I love the ML.
It's got 50 mobility and 600 armor.
I wanted Ray to use Quattro in one of these because you can buy one later. But we decided on other things.
Huh. It's killed 87 people.
It's just a little gun battery.
It's so good.
Hey, don't mock his kill rate. He's killed 87 people.
Are we in front mission suddenly? Yes, Alpha Gaiden has 2 systems of which you can purchase generic and sometimes not generic robots to use. Yep. I'm very happy about that, to be honest. But as far as UC goes, this game only goes up to... Victory's honestly a very weird inclusion, because that's a way different timeline, but... The furthest new machine we get in Alpha Gaiden is the High New.
Makes sense, it's new.
And otherwise, we only get Turn A and Afterward Gundam X, which are spin-offs from the technically UC timeline.
Figure here. I'll let them come to me.
Oh yes, Jade, I was supposed to explain to you spin-offs of not UC Gundam. Right, so Jade, Cicada in chat was asking me earlier today where to start with UC. And general start point, start at the Mobile Suit Gundam movies. They're good. And they're condensed enough that it doesn't take forever. If for just starting in UC, start at those. Then the Mez team, if you want to cry, watch War in the Pocket. Watch Zeta if you like it. I didn't, so I didn't like it. Or I didn't like it, so I didn't watch it. Char's counterattack is required viewing, even if it's bad. And then Unicorn. But then she was like, what other series are there? And unfortunately, a tangent about Jesus Yamato happened, so I started ragging on Destiny somewhere, because fuck Destiny. But, there's the Seed timeline, there's Iron-Blooded Orphans, there's Gundam 00, and there's some other sideshows like Build Fighters and the sequels to that. Seed is good. I'll tentatively say that. I'm sure someone in the chat will yell at me, but Seed, just Seed, is good. Don't watch Destiny if you like your brain cells.
What if I really want to get rid of a couple of them?
Oh, then go ahead.
No one's stopping you. Health and safety and all
IBO, Iron-Blooded Orphans, Season 1, really good. Season 2, your mileage may vary. Gundam 00, Season 1, really, really, really good. Super cool robots, good characters, a decent amount of, are we the baddies feelings. Just overall good. Season 2, a bit
Holy shit, man, I gotta stop you for a second. Check out these final hit values on Getta 1.
Oh yeah, the pluses.
The plus 48 on
portable.
Getta B! Oh god,
Portable.
I missed these, holy shit.
Season 2 of 00 is more black and white of who's the good guys and who's the bad guys. So I know some people that have enjoyed it less because of that, but it's still very good. Good music, good action scenes, cool robots, cool characters. I like Awakening. I like Awakening of the Trailblazer. It's not a good movie, but I enjoyed it for what it was. If you don't mind kind of dumb plot, the movie's okay. That's about it for Gundam. What else did I mention? Build Fighters? Build Fighters is fucking fun. It's probably the most fun Gundam show you'll ever watch. Like, just ever. It's got tons of references to the entire series. Sei and Ryuji are super fun characters. It's very silly and cute and lots of comedy, but the fight scenes between the Gunpla, I know what I just said, are so well animated that you forget you're watching a show about toys. Gundam Age. Oh, don't make me talk about Gundam Age.
What are you doing, the Balmar War? Just threw the Earth into chaos. Yeah, that sounds like Jared, alright.
Other series that don't have their own universe, like full setting, are like G Gundam, Turn A Gundam, and Afterward Gundam X. G Gundam, super ham, super fun, tons of action, lots of fighting, villain of the week nonsense into a full arc in the second season. Really good. I suggest watching it in English and Japanese because the Japanese makes it more serious and a different sort of enjoyable, but the English,
Yeah, magma coding.
hyper ham, and just all around super fun. Because this time I'm a Wonder Bug! It's so fucking funny. It's super ham and super good. Turn A Gundam is really weird. I don't know what Tomino was on when he made that. It's not bad, but it's weird. It's super, super weird. So you'll see some of that in this game. I won't say to not watch it, but I'll just say your mileage will 100% vary. It's very weird. And After War Gundam X is something that I need to watch because it's actually really good. It's technically UC timeline, centuries after the end of UC. And did you just lose, Ray?
I might have. Hold on.
Don't worry about it.
You gotta put the Poseidon in the way. It's got a really cool main character in Garrett. The supporting cast is really cool. Yeah, or you can just park it on top of it, actually. One more to the left. One more. There you go. The robots are super cool. It's very solid. You'll see both Turn A and Gundam X in this game. And you'll see why I think they're both very solid. But Origins? Origins is for you to go back to after you're done with UC Timeline. 100%. Origin is the story of Char and how the one-year war between Zeon and the Federation got started. Let's see how this paints goes. Char in a completely sympathetic light for why he is the way he is. All right, Kakarkon.
That works.
Sure.
I really like the Origin. I bought the manga instead of watching the anime. I know, I'm so cool.
You are.
But, thank you. But it's definitely after UC viewing material. Thunderbolt is also recent and pretty good if you want to watch Thunderbolt. But that's about it. My favorite Gundam show is Build Fighters Season 1. Oh baby. It's just got everything that I could want in a show. Not even just a Gundam, just in a show. It's super fun. But if I had to pick UC, my favorite UC is Unicorn. Unicorn's got all that space opera, all the drama, all the cool robots, all the cool characters, all the tragedy, all the care, and
all the
intense
Benager.
plot. All the Benager.
Unicorn has a
Stop meddling in Asia's affairs, Capricorn.
a specific music track that I really like.
Which one?
I always forget it.
Yes.
On your mark.
On your mark. Let me go YouTube that really quick.
I say knowing nothing of the context in which it plays.
Cool. So tank, and that's the SR point.
Hooray!
When you see that little screen at the end, that means you clear the map. So, about this translation, Gideon Z did a fantastic job with it. There are some little issues here and there, with it because Iku's in cleaning up. But, I do miss one thing, since all the text loads instantly, we don't see all the characters talking frames, because they have those.
I think On Your Mark plays at the end, actually, Christian.
Yep.
Like, all the way at the end.
Yep.
And it's very
Sounds
good.
like it.
So. Yeah, they have talking frames and they blink, but because of the difference in the translation patch, they don't move their mouths.
Yeah, because all the text loads instantly, as opposed to just popping in, like scrolling.
Yeah, opposed to scrolling, like JP. Yeah. Conversation.mp3? I don't. I hope you guys are ready for cutscenes with different music! Fuck off, A-Portable.
I'm like Ryoma.
As for mixed feelings between season 1-3 and 2-3-1-2 for Build Fighters, I can see that. Season 3 was what? Build Divers, I believe? Which is a completely different setting. Because Build Fighters Season 1 or 2 are, you build plastic models and then a game thing, I don't know what to call it, platform, uses a specific particle that makes the plastic move. And then you fight with your plastic. And Divers it's an MMO.
Eject plastic crap!
You still build your plastic models, but then they are scanned into the game instead of being actually used. I still think Build Fighters Season 1 is the best. It just has the best characters. And the plot is simple and straightforward, but it just has the best characters.
First map?
First map. Yeah, so... Yeah, I would also count Divers separately, because it's a video game.
Here's what we have on score. Data, V-dash, and here's what the V-dash becomes once you eject the lower half, and then once it's destroyed it becomes this.
Yeah, let's upgrade that one.
Why not? They all share upgrades. If you upgrade one part of the specific mech, they all get it.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, as for translation patches, someone asked for in chat translation patches. There's Alpha Gaiden. It's not perfect, but it's done enough. You can read the entire game. J is done. 1, 2, 3 EX and Master Kishin, like Majin Zinki mentioned.
Yep.
And A Portable on the PSP.
Haven't heard about that one.
Well, funny man, Kristian.
So here's the upgrade screen. You
also
can choose to upgrade max HP, energy, speed, with mobility, armor, and limit. Limit is a thing that was around for most of the older stuff, but eventually got cut starting on I think Impact. Limit is basically the combined total of how high your character's evasion stat plus the maximum mobility. If it goes any higher than the limit, then the evasion is capped at that point where the limit is.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Any OG projects? Well, OG 1 and 2 were localized by Atlas, so they're in English already. Just go play them. OGS and OGG, I've heard talks of translations, but I've never seen anyone actually working nor a finished product. And OG became English when Moon Dwellers hit. So I don't think anything else is going to get translated. PS2 emulation is bad. So it's very hard to actually get in there and fix things.
I shall get something to eat.
Go for it.
Yeah, do so.
I shall.
So if you want to play OGS in English, you're shit out of luck. I would just play OG 1 and 2. And just wait for future OG games to come out in English, because Super Wars has decidedly started becoming English for the C region, because I think Banpresto understands that they have a rather large English audience and they can't localize it because 10 fucking million different businesses in North America own the rights to so many different robot shows from when they were broadcasted back in the 90s.
The less we speak about Harmony Gold, the better.
Oh, fuck Harmony Gold.
I'm gonna hold on to my money until I start getting used to the Mac. I know I'm gonna for sure use.